Hello everyone, welcome to Gyanonymous. In our last two videos we discussed about the election and term of the President, also the executive power of the President of India. Today we will learn about the legislative power of the President. The President of India enjoys wide range of legislative powers on the advice of the PM and Cabinet. Let us dive into the specific legislative powers of the President. First, the President can summon or prorogue the Parliament and even dissolve the lower house. He can summon a joint sitting of both the Houses of Parliament to be presided over by the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Second, he addresses the Parliament at the commencement of the first session after each general election and the first session of each year. Third, the President can send messages to the Houses of Parliament with respect to a bill that has been pending. Fourth, he or she can appoint any member of the Lok Sabha to preside over its proceedings when the offices of both the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker are vacant. Similarly, he or she can also appoint any member of the Rajya Sabha to preside over its proceedings when the offices of both the Chairman and the Deputy Chairman are vacant. Fifthly, the President nominates 12 members to the Rajya Sabha from amongst the persons of eminence in fields of literature, science, art, and social service. Sixth, he nominates 2 members to the Lok Sabha from the Anglo-Indian community, if the community is not represented. Seventh, he decides on the disqualification of members of Parliament in consultation with the Election Commission. Eighth, he or she gives his or her prior recommendation or permission to introduce certain types of bills in the Parliament. These bills pertain to expenditure from the Consolidated Fund of India and alteration of boundaries of states or creation of a new state. Ninth, when a bill is sent to the President, after it has been passed by the Parliament, the President gives assent to the bill, or withhold his assent to the bill, or return the bill if it is not a money bill, for reconsideration of the Parliament. However, if the bill is passed again by the Parliament, with or without amendments, the President has to give his assent to the bill. It should be noted here that the President has no veto power in respect of a constitutional amendment bill. The 24th Amendment Act, 1971, made it obligatory upon the President to give his assent to a constitutional amendment bill. Coming 10th, when a bill passed by a state legislature is reserved by the Governor for consideration of the President can give his assent to the bill or withhold his assent to the bill. He can direct the Governor to return the bill if it is not a money bill, for reconsideration of the state legislature. It should be noted here that it is not obligatory for the President to give his assent, even if the bill is again passed by the state legislature and sent again to him for his reconsideration. Thus, the President enjoys absolute veto power over state bills. 11th, the President can promulgate ordinances when the Parliament is not in session. These ordinances must be approved by the Parliament within 6 weeks from its reassembly. He can also withdraw an ordinance at any time. 12th, he calls for reports of the CAG, UPSC, Finance Commission, and others to be laid before the Houses of the Parliament. Lastly, the President can make regulations for governance of the Union territories. Thus, we have seen that the President has both veto and non-veto powers with respect to various bills. In the matters of state legislative assemblies, the President enjoys absolute veto regarding a bill if it's not a money bill. However, regarding bills passed by the Parliament, he has no veto rights to return a bill for the second time. If the President doesn't give consent to a bill passed by both the Houses, for the second time he or she must have to tender resignation. We have seen such occurrences only once in the presidential history. The Parliament, Prevention of Disqualification, Amendment Bill 2006, popularly known as Office of Profit Bill, was sent back to the Parliament by then President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam became the first president to return a bill to Parliament for reconsideration, bringing to the fore a host of issues. Exercising the legislative power bestowed on the President, Dr. Kalam absolutely invoked Article 111 to its full extent. This occurrence has exemplified that the President of India is not just ceremonial constitutional head of the state. No rubber stamp stature and absolute exercise of presidential power can bring out check on the Parliament, thus transparency and accountability in governance. Well, that's all for today. In the next video we will discuss about the financial, judicial, military and diplomatic powers of the President. Thank you for watching Gyanonymous. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye and happy learning.